cybercriminals. More threats demand more protection. That's why Norton and LifeLock are now one, combining device security, VPN for online privacy, and LifeLock identity theft protection, backed by a $1 million protection package. Get all-in-one protection for $9.99.
In my line of work, I come face to face with a lot of behinds. So I know there's a big need for new Gas X Maximum Strength. It relieves pressure, bloating, and discomfort fast. So no one needs to know you've got gas. Gas X.
There's a bold idea to surround downtown KC. Next, right here at 6, see what the Green Line plan will offer a number of walkers and cyclists.
Their loved ones made the ultimate sacrifice in America's longest war.
And you never got to tell them bye.
Norah O'Donnell reports tomorrow on the CBS Evening News.
We're going to end tonight with a lesson in the power of inspiration and determination.
How are we doing today, beautiful people?
With hugs and high fives, Dr. Reyes Gauna greets kids at Discovery Bay Elementary School in Northern California.
Hola.
Gauna wants nothing more than for these children to feel accepted at school, remembering a time when he did not.
When I became a custodian, I remember being at schools and nobody cared about me.
The son of Mexican immigrants, Gauna was taught to work hard and always try to make a difference, even while mopping school floors.
When I was a janitor, I remember visiting classrooms, and I would pretend I was teaching.
The money Gauna earned as a school custodian helped to pay for his college education, which allowed him to follow his dreams up the ladder. In a journey that took more than 2 decades, he became a campus safety monitor, then a teacher, and eventually an administrator. Now, Gauna is the boss, the new superintendent of the Byron Union School District, just miles from where he once cleaned classrooms. Today, Gauna's goal is to show his students that through grit and hard work, they too can achieve the American dream.
I had all the cards stacked against me. I really should not be where I'm at today, had I not had the right people in my life to inspire me.
And that is the CBS Evening News for tonight. I'm Norah O'Donnell in New York. We're going to see you back here tomorrow. Good night.
Now live breaking news from KCTV 5 News.
Breaking now at 6 o'clock, a police chase ends with an arrest. Chopper 5 was over the scene at 63rd and Swope Parkway just a short time, and police tell us they were pursuing a homicide suspect. You can see the suspect's car blocked in by the police vehicles there, and it appears there were also 2 women and a young child in the car.
And Kansas City is continuing right now on a near record pace for homicides.
A shooting just a couple of hours ago left 1 person dead, another in critical condition, and it put others in danger. KCTV5's Greg Payne is live now near 80th and Blue Ridge. Greg?
Ellen and Brad, we're at 104 homicides on the year, and there's actually still a person involved in this case who is still battling life-threatening injuries as we speak. Now, as you can see over my shoulder here, it is still an active scene. As you can see, the police lights off in the distance. Now, what we learned from that press conference with KCPD Captain Hernandez is that the 2 victims shot were black men who were in a black Ford Mustang, and police have reason to believe this incident was a shooting that involved gunfire for several blocks along 80th and Blue Ridge Boulevard.
It's concerning. We can't have individuals out here on the street that are doing this. I mean, because those bullets, when they leave the gun, they don't stop until they hit a target, and it's not always their intended target.
Now, at this time, police do not have any information on a potential suspect or suspects, so they ask folks if you have any information to please contact them as soon as possible. Reporting live here in Kansas City, I'm Greg Payne for KCTV5 News.
Thanks, Greg. And earlier today, Mayor Quentin Lucas reacted to the seemingly endless cycle of gun violence. In a tweet, he said that data shows the magnitude of our challenge with gun violence. There have been 366 non-fatal shootings where a victim is shot but survived, adding 96 gun-related murders through today. So that's 462 shooting victims in our city so far this year.
And the violence is not confined to KC.
KCTV5's Kelly Taylor reports on a move for new gun laws in Independence.
There have been 175 gun-related incidents in Independence so far this year, and 86 stolen guns recovered. Now, that's why city leaders say this ordinance is so important.
We're seeing gun violence on the increase in our entire region. I think that's fair to say.
This is Independence Mayor Eileen Weir talking about why a proposed update to a gun ordinance that's been on the books since the 90s is necessary. And Kansas City just recently passed a similar law, too.
We wanted to make sure that ours were mirroring one another's, and so that people don't feel that there is more leniency in one city versus the other. We know that people, travel among all of our cities, and we want to make sure that our enforcement is similar in both cities.
The ordinance originally singled out kids younger than 17, making it illegal for them to possess a gun in public. That age would be increased to 18, which is the state law. Major John Cato with Independence Police says if a kid breaks the law, it's possible parents could be in trouble too, depending on the circumstance.
Hopefully these kind of collaborations and this kind of ordinance helps parents understand that we're engaged with them and assisting them, but ultimately those parents need to know where their children are and what they're doing.
Kids under 18 also need permission from a parent or legal guardian, and they have to take a safety course. And that's where Bruce Ludeman comes in.
Keep the gun pointed in the safe direction, and if you notice, my finger is always off the trigger.
He's a former police officer who now teaches gun safety courses and hopes the ordinance helps keep guns out of the hands of the wrong people.
A parent really needs to reinforce to the child not to have the gun in the first place, and at an early age be able to satisfy that child's normal curiosity about firearms and educate the child on the misuse, especially, of a firearm.
The council is expected to vote on this ordinance October 7th, and if it passes, it goes into effect 10 days later. In Independence, Kelly Taylor, KCTV 5 News.